Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the pressure to live a long, healthy life? It's easy to get lost in a sea of conflicting advice about diets, exercise, and medical checkups, leading to more stress than joy. But what if I told you that this constant obsession with health might not be the key to happiness, especially as we age? In today's video, we'll dive into a thought-provoking perspective from a leading authority in geriatric psychiatry, Hayaki Wada, who suggests that after reaching the age of 80, we can and should embrace a life free from unnecessary restrictions. Stick around until the end, because we'll explore not just the wisdom behind this approach, but also how it can transform your later years into the happiest chapter of your life. You won't want to miss the insights that could change the way you or your loved ones experience aging. Let's unlock the secrets to living joyfully and healthfully beyond 80. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you liked this video. You can help me continue spreading valuable lessons about aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend doing so and turning on the bell, so you don't miss any future videos. If you find this content helpful, please comment number 1. If not, comment number 0, so I can create better videos for you. Now, let's get started. The relentless pursuit of living a long, healthy life can become utterly exhausting. Every single day, we are inundated with messages insisting we must eat the right foods, avoid specific habits, commit to regular exercise, and keep up with routine medical checkups. It often feels as though we're being told that if we don't adhere to a strict regimen, we're destined for a brief and unhealthy existence. But this raises an important question. Is all this worry and restriction truly the secret to finding happiness and fulfillment in life beyond the age of 80? In recent times, I've begun to feel that this obsession with health and longevity generates more stress than joy. How many of us can think of someone who imposes rigid restrictions on their diet and lifestyle, steering clear of foods they love, skipping the occasional celebratory drink, or giving up smoking, all to squeeze a few more years out of their lives? And for what? To live longer but in a state of misery? What if I told you that one of the most esteemed authorities in geriatric psychiatry, a professional who has devoted over 3 decades to studying and working closely with the elderly, argues that once we reach the age of 80, we should begin shedding these self-imposed restrictions? At first glance, this may seem outrageous, but the truth is striking. This expert, armed with a wealth of knowledge and experience, advocates for embracing life on your terms as you cross the threshold into your 80s. If you yearn to savor your favorite foods, indulge in them. If you relish a glass of wine now and then, enjoy it. If you find comfort in smoking, why not have that cigarette? This authority contends that embracing these simple pleasures, rather than constantly holding yourself back, is crucial to truly enjoying life in your later years. You might be thinking, isn't this terrible advice? Aren't these habits detrimental to our health? Here's where it gets interesting. This guide comes from a seasoned professional who has dedicated his entire career to unraveling the complexities of aging and its psychological aspects. He asserts that the pressure we place on ourselves to lead long, healthy lives might do more harm than good. Let's dive deeper into this perspective. This expert posits that our fixation on maintaining health and the relentless pursuit of perfection can become an oppressive burden. This burden weighs heavily on our minds and hearts, filling us with guilt and anxiety each time we indulge in something labeled as unhealthy. We're often met with a surge of guilt, as if we're actively sabotaging our future well-being. But what's the purpose of extending our lives if those additional years are marked by stress, restrictions, and a palpable lack of joy? It's a bitter irony, isn't it? We become so preoccupied with worrying about the future that we overlook the beauty of the present, depriving ourselves of life's simple pleasures in the name of longevity. But at what cost? This expert takes it a step further, suggesting that we should accept diseases like cancer, which many of us dread, as a natural part of the aging process. Consider that for a moment. Instead of living in constant fear and striving to evade the inevitable, what if we embrace these realities with grace? There's a profound sense of peace that accompanies acceptance. The truth is, no matter how diligently we try to prolong our lives, aging and illness are inevitable processes that are simply part of the human experience. Rather than living in trepidation of them, we could learn to coexist with these truths. So where does this transformative wisdom originate? It's deeply rooted in the teachings of Hyaki Wada, a prominent figure in the field of geriatric psychiatry. His groundbreaking book, The Wall of 80, has captivated readers since its release in 2022, quickly becoming a bestseller. Its popularity has surged, especially among individuals in their 50s and 60s who are either preparing for their aging journey or caring for elderly parents. What makes this book particularly intriguing is its bold challenge to the conventional beliefs about aging that many of us have accepted without question. Readers of The Wall of 80 have experienced profound aha moments, recognizing that what they believed to be beneficial for their aging parents might have been counterproductive. For those of us who thought we were doing everything right, scheduling regular doctor visits, enforcing strict dietary guidelines, and keeping our parents physically active, this realization can be difficult to accept. Yet it is also immensely eye-opening, presenting a refreshing perspective on what it truly means to age gracefully and find happiness in our later years. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you're still with me. Thank you for your valuable time. W's book thoughtfully explores the aging process through 4 significant walls that shape our experience of life beyond 80. The first wall underscores our reliance on medical professionals, medications, and hospitals. How often do we see elderly individuals spending countless hours in doctors' offices, consuming an array of pills in hopes of extending their lives? But does this relentless pursuit of medical solutions truly foster happiness, or does it create a cycle of fear and dependency that overshadows life's simple joys? The second wall addresses the inevitability of aging, a reality none of us can escape. As our bodies change, slow down, and our independence may begin to diminish, resisting this reality often leads to frustration and discontent. The third wall centers on the fear of dementia and cognitive decline, a concern that understandably terrifies many. Experts suggest confronting this fear with acceptance rather than allowing it to dominate our thoughts and actions. Finally, the fourth wall embodies the widespread fear of simply being over 80, the belief that life beyond this age signifies irrelevance and decline. But what if we could change that narrative? What if life after 80 could be a vibrant chapter filled with joy, wisdom, and contentment instead of fear and limitation? We all aspire to live life fully until our final days. We long to maintain our independence, experience happiness, and stay surrounded by loved ones. However, the reality of aging inevitably brings challenges. The average healthy lifespan, years lived without significant assistance, averages around 72 years for men and 75 years for women. After reaching these milestones, most of us will require some support, and that's perfectly natural. It's simply part of life's progression. What truly matters is how we choose to navigate this stage of life. Will we approach it with fear and limitation or embrace joy and freedom? As we explore these ideas, reflect on what truly makes life meaningful. Is it just adding more years, or is it enriching the quality of those years? Together, let's examine how to break through the walls of aging. Stay with me until the end. What you learn today could transform not only your own life but also the lives of those you cherish. Life doesn't halt at 80, rather, it marks the beginning of a new chapter, a time of wisdom, peace, and the freedom to live on your own terms. Let's commit to making those years count in the most meaningful way possible. The average lifespan has reached remarkable milestones, with men living to 81 years and women to 87. At first glance, these numbers seem to highlight healthcare advances in our ability to extend life. However, a deeper look reveals a more complex reality. While men enjoy about 9 extra years and women about 12 beyond their healthy lifespans, these years often come at a significant cost, relying on others for care. The stark truth is that living longer doesn't automatically mean living better. As lifespan increases, so does the time spent dealing with illness or needing help with daily tasks. To truly savor life's joys in later years, our goal shouldn't just be to extend life, but to do so while staying healthy and vibrant. Consider this. The most common ages of death are now 85 for men and 90 for women. While some surpass these ages, the years beyond one's healthy lifespan can present serious challenges. When you hear these statistics, what thoughts or emotions come to mind? Life in your 80s is not just an extension of your 70s. It's a distinctly different phase. It's a time when changes can occur suddenly, even if you're currently in good health. This isn't meant to dishearten, but to prompt reflection on what truly matters in creating a meaningful life. Would you prefer a joyful old age filled with peace and contentment, or an existence marked by regret and struggle? In Japan, the world's most aging nation, over 990,000 individuals have celebrated their 100th birthdays. In our country, the number of centenarians has surged past 10,000, with more people reaching 100 than ever before. However, not everyone naturally reaches 90 or 100, and even those who do may not enjoy health and happiness. Longevity alone doesn't guarantee a fulfilling life. Life beyond 80 often means grappling with health challenges, from life-threatening diseases to memory concerns and coping with the emotional toll of losing loved ones. Amidst these challenges, there is hope. The key lies in acceptance, embracing the inevitable changes of aging while finding joy in what you can still do. Instead of focusing on what's been lost, cherish what remains. This shift in perspective can profoundly enhance your emotional well-being. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment 2 below to let me know you're here. Thank you for your valuable time. Ultimately, happiness is deeply personal and subjective. It is not contingent upon your age or the capabilities of your body. Rather, it hinges on your perception of your circumstances. Some individuals may spend their days lamenting the activities they can no longer engage in due to aging, perpetually frustrated by their limitations. In contrast, others choose to focus on the positives, reveling in moments spent with family, savoring life's simple pleasures, and delighting in watching their grandchildren grow and flourish. Which of these outlooks do you believe leads to a greater sense of happiness? The truth is, once individuals reach the age of 80, research indicates that a significant majority have some form of cancer present in their bodies. This statistic may come as a startling revelation, yet it serves as an important reminder that illness often becomes an inevitable part of aging. The crucial aspect to consider is not the presence of illness itself, but rather how we choose to respond to it. Will you allow the specter of illness to dominate your days, letting fear erode your peace of mind? Or will you seize each day as a precious gift, actively seeking moments of joy even amidst life's challenges? Aging should not be a source of fear. It is a natural and universal part of the human experience. The real challenge lies in learning how to navigate the aging process with grace and intention, living fully, even when the future remains uncertain. By embracing the reality of aging and cherishing what remains, you have the potential to transform these later years into some of the most meaningful and rewarding periods of your life. The choice is yours. Will you cultivate a mindset rooted in gratitude, focusing on the blessings each day brings? Or will you allow fear and regret to shape your experience of old age? If we can shift our perspective, prioritizing appreciation for what we have rather than lamenting what we may have lost, we can unlock the secret to a truly fulfilling and joyful old age. This, I believe, encapsulates one of life's most essential lessons. In reality, countless individuals live with serious diseases without even being aware of them. This fact may seem surprising, even unsettling, but it is a truth revealed through the research of Dr. Hei Wada, a seasoned expert in geriatric specialty hospitals. Through his studies, Dr. Wada conducted dissections on the remains of approximately 100 elderly individuals, uncovering something profoundly astonishing. A significant number of these individuals had been living with serious diseases such as cancer, yet they ultimately died from other unrelated illnesses. In many instances, these cancers went unnoticed and undiagnosed throughout their lifetimes. What does this revelation tell us? It suggests that numerous diseases we fear the most, including cancer, can exist within our bodies without significantly impacting our daily lives, particularly as we grow older. Dr. Wada's findings indicated that cancer was present in nearly every single individual over the age of 85 that he examined. In essence, by the time you reach 80, there's a strong likelihood that you have some form of cancer lurking in your body, whether you are aware of it or not. Yet here lies the remarkable truth. Most of these individuals lived their lives fully unaware of their condition and passed away from other causes, while the cancer remained a silent companion within them. We've been conditioned to view cancer as a terrifying, deadly disease that necessitates early detection and aggressive treatment. While that may hold for many younger and middle-aged individuals, the reality changes as we age. Dr. Wada's research, along with similar studies, suggests that certain cancers in the elderly can progress at such a slow pace that they do not inflict significant harm or disrupt daily living. It's not uncommon for older individuals to coexist with cancers that remain dormant, progressing so slowly that they don't require any treatment at all. This observation leads Dr. Wada to assert that for those who have surpassed the age of 80, aggressive cancer interventions such as surgery or chemotherapy may be unnecessary, and in some cases even detrimental. Imagine reaching the age of 80 and learning that you have cancer, only to be reassured that there is no cause for alarm and that you can continue living your life as you always have. This notion is quite radical, especially in a society that often associates a cancer diagnosis with immediate and urgent action. However, Dr. Wada's approach is refreshingly different. He posits that unless the cancer is causing severe pain or interfering with essential functions such as eating or breathing, there is no justification for drastic intervention. Surgery, especially for someone in their 80s, can pose greater risks than the cancer itself. For elderly individuals who may already be physically weakened, the strain of undergoing surgery or chemotherapy can have a far more severe impact on their bodies than the disease might ever inflict. So why not adopt a philosophy of observation rather than intervention? By doing so, we may better honor the natural course of life and health, embracing the wisdom that comes with age. This brings up a crucial and thought-provoking question. If cancer is a reality that most of us will likely face in some form by the time we reach the age of 80, how should we navigate our lives in light of this knowledge? Dr. Wada's answer is both simple and profoundly liberating. After turning 80, we should strive to live joyfully and without unnecessary restrictions. Many individuals spend their later years consumed by a fear of cancer, obsessively focusing on prevention measures that often involve depriving themselves of life's simple pleasures. They might avoid their favorite foods, refrain from enjoying a glass of wine, or give up smoking entirely, all in a desperate attempt to maintain their health. However, the reality is stark. If you are over 80, there is a significant likelihood that you already have cancer somewhere in your body. Given this fact, one must ponder, what is the purpose of denying yourself the things that bring joy and satisfaction? Why continue to impose restrictions on yourself, avoiding that sumptuous meal, that enjoyable glass of wine, or that occasional cigarette, when doing so may not make a significant difference in your overall health? For individuals over 80, living a life filled with excessive restraint, anxiety, and worry is not only unnecessary, it can be detrimental to both mental and physical well-being. Dr. Wada emphasizes that permitting yourself to savor life's pleasures, whether that involves food, drink, or other indulgences, can significantly alleviate stress, enhance your quality of life, and even bolster your immune system. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Embracing a lifestyle characterized by joy and fewer restrictions can potentially slow the progression of diseases such as cancer. Unfortunately, many elderly individuals become overly cautious about their dietary choices, obsessing over the consumption of salt, sugar, or fat. They might drastically reduce their food intake, skip dessert, or avoid fried and greasy foods, all in the misguided belief that such measures safeguard their health. We've all been taught that obesity is dangerous and that excess salt, sugar, and fat are enemies of a healthy lifestyle. However, it's vital to recognize that once you cross the threshold of 80, conventional dietary rules begin to shift. The physiological needs of your body change as you age. Cravings for certain foods, especially those rich in salt, are not merely whimsical desires, but signals from your body indicating what it requires for optimal functioning. As individuals grow older, their organ functions decline, leading to significant changes in appetite. For example, many elderly people find themselves craving more salt. Why does this happen? As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at conserving sodium. When these organs responsible for regulating salt levels in the body begin to excrete more sodium than necessary, it can result in a deficiency. Consequently, when the body is low on salt, it naturally develops a craving for salty foods. This craving should not be feared or avoided. It is the body's mechanism for restoring balance. Salt is essential for life, playing a crucial role in numerous bodily functions, from regulating blood pressure to maintaining proper nerve and muscle function. Without adequate salt intake, elderly individuals may face a myriad of health challenges, ranging from weakness and confusion to more serious medical issues. So when an 80-year-old reaches for that extra pinch of salt, it might very well be their body's way of signaling, "I need this." This principle applies equally to other food cravings. As you age, your body's capacity to process specific nutrients evolves, and so does your appetite. Foods once labeled as unhealthy may serve beneficial purposes as you grow older. Rather than resisting these cravings or regarding them as indulgences, it's essential to listen to your body and understand that it communicates its needs differently. Embracing this perspective can lead to a more fulfilling and enjoyable life in the golden years, allowing you to savor every moment and meal without unnecessary fear or guilt. Ultimately, the core message revolves around the profound concepts of balance and acceptance as we navigate the later years of our lives. As you transition into your 80s and beyond, it becomes increasingly important to shift your perspective from a relentless battle against aging to a heartfelt embrace of it. Living joyfully, free from unnecessary restrictions, can lead to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling existence. The essence of this journey is about finding harmony between health and happiness, taking pleasure in the simple joys of life without succumbing to guilt or fear. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we all seek? To live fully, joyfully, and without regrets, regardless of how many years remain on our journey. As we age, the progression of certain diseases such as cancer often slows down significantly, diminishing their status as immediate threats. This shift in perspective means that instead of obsessively focusing on preventing illness through strict diets or giving up life's pleasures, you can enhance your well-being and happiness by engaging in activities you love, relishing your favorite foods, savoring joyful moments, and living life to the fullest. This approach is about more than mere survival. It's about truly experiencing life in all its richness. Now, let's address another concern that frequently occupies the minds of individuals as they grow older: dementia and cognitive impairment. This condition often instills anxiety in those advancing in years. Why does cognitive impairment occur? The answer lies in the natural aging process. Cognitive decline, particularly after the age of 80, typically progresses at a gradual pace. Symptoms can start to manifest as early as 20 years before becoming noticeable, yet they often go undetected. By the time many individuals reach 85, nearly all will exhibit some degree of Alzheimer-type brain degeneration. However, cognitive impairment isn't necessarily a disease in the traditional sense. It represents a natural consequence of aging, much like wrinkles, muscle loss, or graying hair. Statistics reveal that in your 60s, only about 1 to 2% of people exhibit symptoms of cognitive impairment. In the early 70s, this figure rises to approximately 3 to 4%, and by the late 70s, about 10% of individuals experience cognitive decline. Upon entering your 80s, this percentage increases dramatically. Over 20% of people in their early 80s display signs of cognitive impairment, with the numbers escalating sharply thereafter. By the late 80s, around 40% of individuals face cognitive decline. When you reach age 90, that figure jumps to 60%, and by age 95, approximately 80% demonstrate some form of cognitive impairment. These statistics might sound discouraging, but they convey an important message. Prioritize living for today. Fixating on "how much longer do I have" can trap you in a monotonous routine, inadvertently slowing brain activity and accelerating cognitive decline. Conversely, actively engaging in new activities or immersing yourself in pursuits you love can stimulate your brain and potentially delay impairment. Rather than worrying about what lies ahead, fully immerse yourself in the present and embrace the joy of today. We often hear discussions about the so-called centenarian era, painting a hopeful picture of long, vibrant lives. Yet for some, the prospect of living past 80 can feel more like a burden than a blessing. Society imposes pressure to extend life, but with that pressure often comes anxiety. Many elderly individuals feel compelled to relinquish the things they love, restricting diets, forcing themselves to exercise despite limitations, and avoiding simple pleasures like smoking or drinking. Some even suppress their desires to meet their children's expectations or persist with ineffective medications. However, by age 80, many of these constraints are unnecessary and can even be harmful. What may have been beneficial in your 60s or 70s, strict dietary restrictions or rigorous exercise, may no longer be appropriate. Continuing such practices can cause stress, ironically shortening your lifespan. By the time you reach 80, you've already lived a long, full life. You've worked hard and faced countless challenges. Now it's time to prioritize your happiness. Discover joy in the little things and pursue a way of living that brings true fulfillment. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment 4 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Dr. Hayawada came to a profound and pivotal realization. While medical books and academic research provide valuable information, they often fall short of offering the comprehensive answers needed in patient care. This limitation arises because these resources cannot truly encapsulate the unique experiences and individual narratives of each patient. Every person is akin to a living textbook filled with rich personal stories, significant struggles, and remarkable triumphs. Each individual is the protagonist of their own life's drama, navigating the complexities and nuances that define their existence. Life's misfortunes and unhappiness can strike anyone at any time, leading to a range of mental and physical ailments. Recognizing this universal truth, Dr. Wada believes that life after the age of 80 should not be perceived merely as a period of increasing constraints and burdens. Instead, it should be embraced as a deeply personal journey toward discovering joy and satisfaction. Ultimately, the years following 80 should not revolve solely around survival, but focus on thriving in ways that hold meaning for each person. This stage of life offers an opportunity to release excessive worries about health and abandon the self-imposed deprivation of things one loves. It encourages a shift in focus toward engaging in activities that spark happiness and fulfillment, whether that entails savoring favorite foods, taking leisurely moments to relax, or cherishing quality time with loved ones. The essence of a rewarding old age lies in prioritizing one's desires and finding peace in the present moment. The message is both clear and liberating. After all the trials and tribulations faced throughout life, reaching one's 80s signals a crucial moment to redirect attention from societal expectations to the pursuit of personal joy. It's time to author the next chapter of life's story on one's terms, crafting a narrative that resonates with individual desires and aspirations. Reflecting on historical figures can provide additional insight into this journey. Around 2,200 years ago, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor to unify China, ascended to unparalleled power, wealth, and influence. Yet, despite his conquests and the vast empire he commanded, one aspiration eluded him: immortal life. Driven by this desire, he was willing to sacrifice everything in his quest to defy the natural course of life and conquer death itself. He explored elixirs and remedies that promised eternal life. Tragically, this obsession ultimately led to his demise. Ironically, he died after consuming an elixir believed to contain mercury, which, instead of granting him immortality, ended his life prematurely. This ancient tale imparts a profound lesson. Even someone who unified an empire and commanded unrivaled power could not maintain composure in the face of aging and the inevitability of death. The fear of aging and death, a burden that even a tyrant like Qin Shi Huang could not escape, resonates with ordinary individuals as well. Throughout history, even the most powerful and wealthy figures have succumbed to death. Steve Jobs revolutionized technology with Apple, Kim Jong-il ruled North Korea with an iron fist, and Lee Kun-hee, chairman of the Samsung Group, achieved immense success. Yet none could evade mortality. They lived extraordinary lives but ultimately met the same fate as everyone else. Through experiences with elderly individuals, a unique kind of wisdom often emerges with age. Among those who have discovered happiness in their later years, two essential lessons stand out. The first lesson is the importance of not becoming overly reliant on medication. Individuals who reach the age of 85 and beyond often carry the burden of various diseases. By the time most people reach 80, cancer is likely to be present within their bodies, even if they remain asymptomatic. It's common for elderly individuals to experience discomfort from time to time. When these moments arise, many find themselves heading to the hospital, undergoing routine examinations and receiving various medications, a well-trodden path in managing senior health issues. However, medications aren't always the optimal solution. An over-reliance on medication can impose an unnecessary burden on the body, ultimately doing more harm than good. When it comes to medical treatment, particularly for the elderly, there often comes a pivotal moment when one must confront two clear choices. Continue pursuing aggressive treatment in the hope of extending life or forego interventions in favor of spending remaining time doing what one loves. This decision should not rest solely in the hands of a physician. It is a deeply personal choice that only the patient can make. One poignant story involves a grandmother diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in her early 70s. After enduring taxing treatments, she courageously decided to halt her treatment, expressing that the physical and emotional toll had become too great. Her family respected her wishes and brought her home, where her demeanor transformed completely. Surrounded by loved ones, she experienced profound tranquility in her final days before passing away peacefully. Instances like these remind us that while we never truly know when or how difficult choices will present themselves, we must be prepared to confront them when they do. Engaging in open conversations with aging parents about their wishes for their final moments can be one of the greatest gifts you can offer. These conversations, though challenging, provide loved ones the dignity of choice, ensuring they spend their remaining time in a manner that brings the greatest peace and comfort. The truth is, life after an Alzheimer's diagnosis or any terminal condition should not be about merely surviving through endless medical interventions or clinging to a false sense of security through medication. Instead, it should focus on finding joy in the present moment, embracing what truly matters, and allowing ourselves to let go of the fear surrounding death. So, what can we learn from the stories of figures like Qin Shi Huang, Steve Jobs, or Lee Kun-hee? The lesson is clear. No amount of power, wealth, or influence can shield anyone from death. The key to a fulfilling life lies not in a futile attempt to outrun death, but in accepting life's natural course. It's about focusing on moments that bring genuine joy and cherishing meaningful relationships. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment 5 below to let me know you are still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. It is essential to maintain consistent movement in your daily life. Just because you can walk easily and without pain today doesn't guarantee you'll be able to walk the same way a year from now. Our bodies undergo rapid changes as we age, and if we allow ourselves to become inactive, those changes can slowly limit our mobility. The reality is that if you stop using your muscles and neglect your body's remaining abilities, they will weaken more quickly than you might realize. I've witnessed this firsthand with someone I know well. After reaching the age of 80, they began to withdraw from the activities they once loved, simply because they felt no pressing need to continue. By the time they were in their early 80s, they had become noticeably weaker. While some of this decline was due to illness or injury, a substantial portion stemmed from their choice to stay at home without any real purpose, effectively stopping all forms of movement. Over time, they lost the strength needed for even the simplest daily tasks. If you relinquish the things you can still do, you may soon find yourself in a situation where your body can't perform even the most basic functions. How unfortunate would that be? Life doesn't come with a perfect roadmap or guarantees. There are three fundamental truths about life and the world around us. First, there are no definitive correct answers. Second, there are no true secrets. And third, nothing in life is truly free. Everything demands effort, time, or sacrifice. Just as we learn lessons about life, there are three essential insights regarding death that everyone should grasp. First, death is inevitable. It is a universal truth that everyone will face without exception. Second, death is a solitary experience. No matter how many people surround us, we must ultimately confront our mortality alone. Third, we cannot take anything with us when we depart this life. All the possessions we've accumulated and the wealth we've built remain behind. Moreover, there are three significant unknowns when it comes to death. We do not know when we will die, where we will die, or how we will die. This uncertainty is an inherent part of the human condition, and it is something we must all reckon with. Since we cannot predict or control the circumstances of our death, the only real choice we have is to live in a state of readiness, embracing a life filled with purpose and intention every single day. While we all enter this world as newborns crying to announce our arrival, how we exit this world varies greatly for each individual. Some people pass peacefully, surrounded by the love of family and friends, while others face tragic and isolating circumstances at the end of their lives. In many ways, the manner of a person's death can leave a lasting impression that shapes how they are remembered. It is often said that a person's legacy is determined more by how they die than by how they were born. So when I came into this world, I cried, and those around me smiled with joy. But when my time comes to leave this world, I hope those around me will weep with regret for the loss while I depart with a smile, content in the knowledge that I lived life to its fullest potential. That, to me, encapsulates the essence of a life well lived. As we transition into an era where living to 100, 120, or even 130 years old is becoming a realistic possibility, our focus should not solely be on extending life for the sake of longevity. What truly matters is the quality of those additional years, living free from illness, maintaining our health, and discovering joy every day. Living a long life without health and happiness is not truly living. To enhance the happiness in your everyday life, consider these practices that you can start implementing right now to enrich your existence. First, keep moving. Engage in physical activity regularly, even if it's in small amounts. Whether it's taking a walk around your neighborhood, doing gentle stretching exercises, or remaining active with your daily tasks, keeping your body in motion helps sustain your physical and mental well-being. Second, cherish your relationships. The relationships we have with family, friends, and loved ones are the true treasures of life. Nurturing these connections brings fulfillment and joy that material possessions cannot provide. Make it a priority to spend time with those you care about. Third, find a passion or hobby. Seek out activities that ignite your enthusiasm and excite you. Engaging in something you love stimulates your brain and keeps your spirit alive. Whether it's reading, painting, gardening, or exploring new skills, finding a passion adds depth to your life. Fourth, embrace change. Life is inherently full of changes, particularly as we age. Learning to adapt to and accept these changes with grace can make your journey through life much smoother and more fulfilling. Fifth, laugh often. Laughter serves as a natural stress reliever, bringing lightness to even the heaviest of situations. It's a simple yet profound way to uplift your mood and enhance your overall well-being. Make time for humor in your life. Sixth, practice gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for. This practice shifts your focus away from what you lack and directs it toward the abundance that already exists in your life. fostering a positive mindset. 7th, cultivate mindfulness. Engaging in mindfulness practices such as meditation or deep breathing helps ground you in the present moment. It allows you to connect more deeply with yourself and your surroundings, promoting a sense of peace and contentment. By embracing these practices, you can foster a richer, more fulfilling life, ensuring that you not only live longer, but also live well. Live for today. Embrace the present moment. Life is a precious gift, and it's vital to cherish each day. Don't postpone the things that bring you joy, whether it's reaching out to a friend for a chat, savoring a favorite meal that delights your palate, or simply taking a moment to unwind and breathe deeply. Fully immersing yourself in the present allows you to appreciate life as it unfolds, making each moment count. At the end of the day, a fulfilling life isn't about tirelessly chasing after more time. It's about making the most of the time we have. By prioritizing these small yet meaningful actions, you can ensure that you're not merely adding years to your life, but truly adding life to your years. Start your day right. One of the cornerstones of happiness lies in how you begin your day. A refreshing start hinges on a good night's sleep, which is essential for feeling energized and prepared to face the day ahead. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. This time allows your body and mind to recharge, fostering both physical and mental vitality. If you find yourself feeling tired during the day, don't hesitate to treat yourself to a short nap. This isn't just a luxury, it's a practical strategy for enhancing your energy levels and mood. Rest is fundamental to maximizing your waking hours, making them more productive and joyful. Rediscover love. If life has left you feeling weary or if you've lost touch with your emotions, it's time to reconnect with the power of love. Expressing love doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can begin with simple, heartfelt interactions. Take a moment to tell your spouse, children, or close friends how much they mean to you. A warm greeting, a loving touch, or a kind word can make a world of difference. The beauty of love is that the more you share it, the more it flourishes. Surrounding yourself with those who reciprocate your affection enhances your happiness and comfort. Love has a unique ability to amplify joy, and sharing it with others deepens its significance. Set attainable goals. Establishing goals, no matter how small, provides your life with direction and purpose. It's not solely about achieving monumental successes. Sometimes, it's the small everyday victories that infuse life with meaning. Set achievable goals that you can incorporate into your routine, whether it's committing to a 30-minute walk each day, treating yourself to a meal out once a week, attending church once a month, or exploring a new hobby. Each time you accomplish one of these small milestones, you'll experience a sense of fulfillment that enriches your life. These goals not only give you something to look forward to, but also serve as a reminder of your ability to grow, evolve, and thrive. Recognize your limits. Life can be demanding, and it's crucial to be aware of your limits. Avoid overwhelming yourself with the expectations of others at the cost of your peace of mind. If someone requests more of your time or energy than you can comfortably provide, it's perfectly acceptable to smile and assert, "That's a bit too much for me to handle right now." Setting boundaries is vital for maintaining your energy and joy, allowing you to prioritize your well-being without feeling overwhelmed. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 6 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Treat yourself with kindness. It's essential to learn how to indulge in small rewards that express self-appreciation, as we often neglect to show ourselves the kindness we deserve. These rewards don't need to be extravagant. It could be something as simple as treating yourself to your favorite dessert, dedicating time to a relaxing activity, or engaging in something that brings you joy. These small acts of kindness towards yourself nurture your spirit and remind you of your worth. When you give gifts to others, do so with a generous heart. There's something truly rewarding about giving, and what you offer to others often comes back to you in ways you might not expect. This cycle of rewarding yourself and spreading joy creates a lasting sense of happiness and fulfillment. Practice generosity. Empathy stands as one of the most profound gifts we can offer to those around us. When others are facing challenges, take the time to listen, genuinely empathizing with their struggles and worries. Yet it's crucial to maintain balance and safeguard your own emotional well-being. Supporting others is important, but remember, you are not obligated to carry their burdens. Generosity is essential, but without self-care, it can lead to burnout. Striking a balance is vital for long-term emotional health, allowing you to continue helping others without depleting yourself. Reclaim the joy of play. As we age, we often lose sight of the simple pleasures of play. Laughter and lightheartedness are vital components of a fulfilling life. Play is not just for children, it's just as important for adults, especially when shared with loved ones. Whether through games, hobbies, or playful interactions, these activities bring relief from stress and rekindle joy. It's an opportunity to reconnect with the lighter side of life, regardless of the challenges we may face. Never underestimate the power of love in all its forms. The love you share with those closest to you brings immense hope and strength. This hope is a wellspring of resilience that helps you overcome life's difficulties. Ultimately, love is what makes the journey worthwhile, fueling you with the strength to keep pressing on, even in adversity. Embracing these practices may seem simple, but they are profoundly powerful. By weaving them into your daily life, you'll discover that happiness isn't a distant, elusive goal. It's something you can cultivate each day through love, play, self-care, and meaningful connections. Life flows like a river, continuously carrying us toward the sea, propelling us with each passing day toward an inevitable destination. The question we must ask ourselves is whether we are living in alignment with our true selves or simply allowing the current to carry us along, missing precious moments with family and friends. Life is far too fleeting to follow someone else's script. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you approaching each day with intention, or are you letting time slip by unnoticed, unappreciated? Gratitude holds tremendous power. When you learn to appreciate what you have and accept life as it is, you unlock the true key to happiness. Happiness is not some far-off destination. It is not a prize waiting for you in the future. It resides within you right now in your heart. Life is unfolding all around you, and the opportunities to experience joy are not hidden. They are right in front of you. The people you cherish, the experiences that shape your days, and the small blessings that fill your life, they are all here, waiting for you to recognize them. As you reach your 80s, many things may change. Your body may not move as it once did, and the world around you may feel different. However, instead of viewing these changes with fear or frustration, consider them as natural aspects of life's flow. These transformations are universal experiences, shared by everyone who lives long enough to witness them. There is comfort in knowing that you're not alone in facing these changes. Every generation before us and every generation to come will encounter them. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is the ability to shift your mindset. Rather than dreading the inevitable changes of aging, embrace them. See them as signs of a life well lived, natural progressions in the grand tapestry of existence. If you have dedicated your life to hard work and service, living for your joy from your 80s onward is undoubtedly the wisest decision you can make. You've earned it. Focus on the present moment, for there is no need to carry the weight of past regrets or worry endlessly about the future. The power to create a fulfilling life without regrets rests in your hands. This journey toward happiness doesn't need to be grand or complicated. Start with the basics. Express your love and appreciation to your spouse, children, or close friends. A simple gesture, like greeting them with warmth and affection, can make all the difference. The beautiful truth about love is that the more you express it, the more it grows. When you surround yourself with people who love you in return, their affection amplifies your happiness. Love has a unique ability to magnify joy, and sharing it with others deepens its impact. Set goals for yourself, no matter how small they may seem. Establishing goals gives your life direction and purpose. It's not always about achieving monumental successes. Often, it's the small victories of daily life that infuse meaning into our existence. Perhaps aim for a 30-minute walk each day, treat yourself to a meal out once a week, attend church once a month, or try a new hobby. Each time you reach one of these modest milestones, you'll experience a sense of accomplishment that enriches your life. Don't overdo it. Life can often feel like a whirlwind of responsibilities and expectations, with demands coming from every direction. It's essential to recognize and honor your limits, understanding that your time and energy are valuable resources. Overcommitting can lead to stress, detracting from your overall well-being. Instead of succumbing to pressure, prioritize what truly matters to you. It's perfectly acceptable to smile and say, "That's a bit too much for me to take on right now." Establishing clear boundaries helps you maintain your peace and protect your energy, allowing you to engage fully in the commitments you choose. Treat yourself. In our busy lives, we often forget the importance of self-appreciation. Learn how to indulge in small rewards that brighten your day. Whether it's your favorite snack, a soothing bath, or an hour spent with a beloved hobby, these moments of self-care help you nurture your spirit and create joy in your life. Additionally, when you extend kindness to others, do so with a generous heart. There's a unique joy in giving, whether through acts of service, thoughtful gifts, or simply being present for someone in need. What you offer often comes back to you in unexpected ways, creating a cycle of happiness. By rewarding yourself and spreading joy to others, you enrich your life with fulfillment and connection. Be generous. Empathy is one of the most valuable gifts you can offer others. When you see someone struggling, take the time to listen and empathize with their struggles. This act of compassion can provide immense comfort. However, remember to protect your own emotional well-being. You don't need to carry others' burdens on your shoulders. Strive to find balance between generosity and self-care, ensuring that you're able to offer your best self to others while meeting your own needs. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment number 7 below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your time. As we journey through life, especially as we grow older, it's easy to overlook the simple joys of play. Laughter, fun, and lightheartedness are essential components of a happy life, and play is not just for children. Engaging in playful activities, whether it's board games, outdoor sports, or creative hobbies, can revitalize your spirit and relieve stress. Sharing these moments with your spouse or loved ones deepens your connections and rekindles the laughter that often gets buried under the weight of adult responsibilities. Play offers a beautiful escape, even if just for a moment, into a realm of joy and freedom, reminding us that life is meant to be enjoyed. Never underestimate the power of love in all its forms. The love you share with those closest to you serves as a wellspring of great hope and strength. It fuels your resilience, empowering you to face life's challenges with determination and courage. Love is the thread that binds our experiences and relationships together, making the journey worthwhile. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who share in your joys and sorrows. These connections provide depth and meaning to life. These 7 practices may seem simple, but when woven into the fabric of your daily routine, they carry tremendous power. By incorporating them into your life, you'll discover that happiness is not an elusive dream waiting just out of reach. Instead, it is something you can actively cultivate day by day through love, play, self-care, and meaningful connections with others. Time flows like a river toward the sea, and each day we are carried further along our unique paths. We are all on a journey, moving forward. The real question we must ask ourselves is, are we living in alignment with our true selves, or are we letting the current of life sweep us away? Are we clinging to the expectations of others and missing out on the precious moments we could be sharing with our family and friends? Life is far too short to live by someone else's script. Take a moment to reflect on your life. Are you living each day with intention? Or are you letting time slip through your fingers like sand? There is immense power in gratitude. When you learn to appreciate what you have and accept life as it is, you unlock the key to happiness. The truth is that happiness isn't a distant destination you must toil tirelessly to reach. It's not a prize waiting for you in the future. It exists here, now, within you. Happiness resides in your heart at this very moment. Life is unfolding around you, and the opportunities to experience joy are not hidden away. They are right in front of you. The people you love, the experiences you encounter, and the small blessings of everyday life, they are all present and waiting for you to recognize and embrace them. As you reach your 80s, many things begin to change. Your body may not move as it once did, and the world around you may feel unfamiliar and daunting. However, instead of viewing these changes with fear or frustration, try to see them as natural aspects of life's flow. These transformations are not unique to you. Every generation before us and after will encounter similar transitions. There is comfort in knowing these are universal experiences shared by all who live long enough to witness them. Cherish these moments, for they may one day serve as guidance for others who find themselves in the same situation. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is the ability to shift your mindset. Rather than fearing the inevitable physical changes that come with aging, embrace them as signs of a life well lived and as natural progressions in the journey of life. If you've worked diligently throughout your life, living for your joy in your 80s and beyond is undoubtedly the wisest decision you can make. You've earned it. Focus on the present moment. There's no need to carry the weight of past regrets or worry endlessly about what the future holds. The power to create a life without regrets lies firmly in your hands. This is your opportunity to live intentionally, with joy and gratitude at the forefront of your daily existence. Your life is a canvas, and every moment is a chance to paint it with vibrant colors of happiness, love, and fulfillment. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. What insights have resonated with you? I invite you to share one takeaway and how you plan to bring it into your daily life in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue to spread these messages of encouragement and guidance. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are never alone on this journey.